Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Todd Chrisley does not care to meet Savannah's boyfriend Robert. It has been revealed that Todd Chrisley is not interested in meeting his daughter's boyfriend. Savannah Chrisley is dating Robert Shiver. However, he has a lengthy past, and Todd does not seem to care to meet him. How do Robert and Savannah feel about this? Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Savannah Chrisley is dating Robert Shiver. Savannah Chrisley is dating Robert Shiver. However, Robert has a lengthy past. He has 3 children. He shares the children with his ex-wife. However, his ex-wife and her new boyfriend tried to hire a hitman to kill Robert. This was a crazy experience that no one saw coming. The two are now in jail, and Robert has full custody of his children. He and his ex-wife are not yet legally divorced. Savannah has revealed that this is what is slowing down their relationship. She seems ready to have a child with him, just not when he is still legally married. Todd Chrisley does not care to meet him. It has been revealed that Todd Chrisley is not open to the idea of meeting Robert Shiver. Robert opened up about it on Savannah's podcast. Savannah revealed that a lot of the reason is that Robert is 12 years older than her and has 3 children. There's a lot to accept there. It seems that Robert is on good terms with Julie. However, Todd is not as open to meeting him as they would have hoped. Robert understands why Todd is being standoffish. However, he is hoping that he will get to meet him this year and change his perspective. Savannah is bummed about it. However, she seems to understand as well. Prison hadn't dulled Todd Chrisley's sass, skepticism, or sense of control. Even from behind bars, his southern charm mixed with biting sarcasm still echoed through phone calls like a well-rehearsed sermon. And when it came to his daughter Savannah's love life, specifically a man named Robert, Todd made one thing abundantly clear. He didn't care to meet him. Not now, not ever. The news hit like a cold biscuit on Sunday morning. Savannah, full of nervous excitement, had casually mentioned Robert's name during their scheduled call. It started as a harmless update about her podcast, her real estate hustle, and Nanny Faye's latest bingo escapade. But when she said, "And Robert might come with me to visit next time," a long-loaded silence followed. Then Todd drawled, "Robert who?" Savannah tried to brush it off. "Daddy, I told you about him. We've been dating for 4 months now. He's sweet, really smart, and he's been there for me through, well, all this." All this, Todd repeated slowly, as if the phrase had personally offended him. "Sweetheart, I may be wearing a jumpsuit, but I still have ears. And those ears didn't ask to be graced with the name of some fella I ain't vetted." From her end of the call, Savannah let out a breath of frustration. "You don't have to vet everyone I date." Todd chuckled. "Darlin', that's where you're wrong. Vetting is the Chrisley way, especially now that I've got time to think." And think he did. While Savannah tried her best to give Robert the benefit of the doubt, gushing about his height, his business acumen, and how he respected her hustle, Todd remained stone-cold disinterested. He didn't ask questions. He didn't want photos. And when Savannah offered to bring Robert along for the next visitation, Todd shut it down faster than a cash-only boutique in a credit card world. "I don't need to meet the flavor of the quarter, Savannah," Todd said bluntly. "What I do need is for you to focus on rebuilding this family's reputation, not playing house with a man who probably uses 2-in-1 shampoo." Savannah almost dropped the phone. "Daddy." "Don't daddy me, girl. I know you. You fall fast, you fall hard, and then you're surprised when the man can't handle a woman who pays her bills and wears Louboutin's to Costco." She rolled her eyes. "That's not fair. Life ain't fair. Prison certainly isn't. And frankly, I don't give a rusty nail about Robert. Unless he's a lawyer who knows how to get your mama and me out of here early, I ain't interested." Behind his words, Savannah could sense the real issue. It wasn't just about Robert. It was about change. Todd had always seen himself as the gatekeeper of his family's image, their choices, their lives. Now that he was removed from it all, he was grasping at any form of control he had left. And Robert, innocent as he might be, blissfully unaware of the growing disapproval, continued sending care packages to Savannah, tagging her in couple photos, and even offering to help with her legal advocacy. But every time his name came up in conversation with Todd, the answer was the same. "I'm not here to make friends, honey. I'm serving time. And I ain't gonna play nice with someone I don't need in my Rolodex." Savannah finally confronted her father during another call. "Do you really not care at all?" she asked, voice quiet. Todd sighed. "Baby girl, I care about you. That's why I don't care about him." It didn't make sense at first, but then he continued. "Men come and go. You've seen it. I've lived it, but your name, your worth, that's forever. I know it ain't popular, but I don't want you dragging around someone who can't hold his own when the spotlight hits. I want someone who can stand beside you when the tabloids come calling, when the family messes hit social media, when the world wants you to fail." Savannah went quiet. Todd wasn't trying to sabotage her happiness. He was trying to preserve it in his own twisted old school way. But still, Savannah wanted more. She wanted her father to give Robert a chance. Not approval, not praise, just a chance. "Maybe," she said slowly, "if you actually met him, you'd see that he's not like the others." "I don't need to meet him to know how the story ends," Todd replied. "But you go ahead. Write your chapters. Just don't ask me to cameo until I read the reviews." And with that, the line went dead. Back in the visitation room weeks later, Savannah sat alone. She wore a fitted navy blazer and a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. Robert had offered to come, but she told him no. Not yet. Todd eventually emerged, looking leaner but just as sharp-tongued. As he sat down, he raised one eyebrow. "Robert's still hanging around." "Yep," she answered softly. "He brought me coffee this morning. He lets me vent. He even helped me organize Mama's letters." Todd leaned back in his chair. "You know what I've always said. Time tells all tales." Savannah smiled faintly. "Then let time tell you this one. I'm not asking for your blessing, just your patience." Todd studied her for a long moment, then gave the smallest of nods. "Patience I can try, but don't expect me to send the boy a Christmas card." "That's fair," Savannah said. They sat in silence for a while, each sipping their stale prison coffee from opposite sides of the table. For now, Robert would remain a distant idea to Todd Chrisley, a man whose worth would be measured not in words, but in how long he stayed. And Todd? Well, he might not care to meet Robert now. But if Robert stuck around long enough, Todd would have no choice but to learn the name of the man who held his daughter's heart, and perhaps one day, prove himself worthy of a seat at the most guarded table of all, the Chrisley Inner Circle.